We're back again, and I'm here at Tour de Fat with Michael Kraft, the senator, the official United States senator for Tour de Fat.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about Tour de Fat to start off?
Well, this thing started about 14 years ago. It was an idea that New Belgium came up with to kind of love up the people that have been so good to us, and of course, celebrate man's greatest invention, the bicycle. And of course, working at a brewery, we'd like to think beer's pretty awesome too, but we love up the bicycle.
Is that 2 wheels? Is that 3 wheels? How many wheels constitute a bicycle?
Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. We talk a lot about being pro-bike and not anti-car, and this event kind of shows the sustainability that New Belgium really prides themselves on. And when people show up, we get a lot of people who haven't ridden a bike in 40 years and people who ride every single day, so it's a celebration of bicycle culture.
So you have just a few accidents, I imagine.
Well, I hope not. Maybe. There could be a couple people that are relearning how to ride a bicycle, which is great.
So you've been with New Belgium for how long now?
This is my 11th year at New Belgium. I've been on the tour for 7 years, and my job is specifically working with all the nonprofits we work with across the country to help put this show on and do a lot of bike advocacy for New Belgium.
And can you tell me why the bicycle advocacy, sorry, I can't say that word.
Okay.
Can you tell me why it's so important to New Belgium?
You know, I think a lot of people would say that New Belgium was very much born on a bicycle seat. When one of our co-founders was inspired to bring Belgian-style beers to the States, they were riding across the country. So when we put the bicycle on the Fat Tire label, I think that was about our love for the bicycle. And since then, we've just created this culture of, cyclists who come to work for a brewery, and bicyclists really love our beer, and we wanted to love them back and throw a party and raise money for them.
Fantastic. And there are 12 dates on this tour, correct?
12 dates. Yes, this is show 12 of the season. So.
And where were you before Tempe, Arizona?
Well, we were just in San Diego last weekend, San Francisco the week before, Denver, Fort Collins, Boise. I don't know if you want me to raise them all. I've got to pick them backwards.
And where are you next go round?
Well, this is our last show of the season, so this is our finale, and then
saving the best for last.
Saving the best for last. Yes, so we're gonna have a little party at the hotel tonight for sure.
Well, I've heard about that. The after show party.
The after party, right?
The secret after show party.
You're invited.
Let's just say that I think it's absolutely fantastic that you're here.
Thanks.
I think it's wonderful that Tour de Fat comes to Tempe, Arizona. And I think it's just the most amazing thing that the money that you raise for bicycle advocacy stays here in Tempe, Arizona.
As hard for you to say as it's like all these acronyms of all the nonprofits across the country is like alphabet soup in my brain. So yes, but it's a wonderful thing, and really last year we raised over $500,000 alone last year. And this year we're right on track to do that again. So in the 14 years, we're talking $2.5 million. And this is unallocated funds, meaning like if this hires staff people for the nonprofits, or it sharpens pencils, it ultimately gets better bike lanes, safer bicycle infrastructure for families or for anybody to be inspired to ride their bike a little bit more and drive their car a little bit less.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us.
Cheers.
Again, Michael Kraft on Adventures in Brew at Tour de Fat. Cheers, guys. Knock 'em back.
Cheers.
Hey, this is James from Adventures in Brew, and I'm here with Matt Cowell from Tour de Fat, the official impresario, if I've got it right, of Tour de Fat, correct?
Correct.
Wonderful. Tell us about Tour de Fat's history, if you would, from the beginning.
Well, they made bikes, and bikes are one of the greatest inventions of all time, and then there's been beer around for quite a long time, but it was like the chocolate bar into the peanut butter, and we went, oh, hence the idea was born.
Your bicycle is in my beer, sir.
You put your bicycle in my beer. Yeah, so bicycles have not had a rally like Sturgis. Cycles, motorcycles had a rally. And a little over 13 years ago, we thought, what if bicycles had a place to get together? We could show off our freaky bikes. If people dressed up freaky, maybe they'd have more fun.
It sounds like a blast.
And then they could sample some of our fine liquid adult beverages. And so Tour de Fat started with a pickup truck and a trailer, and now we've got 3 semis powered with recycled vegetable oil and 3 stages and a lot of entertainment, and people dress up and enjoy this like a potluck.
Recycled vegetable oil. So we are insanely green while doing Tour de Fat.
Well, we just try to be sanely green, sustainably green.
Sustainably green. Okay, wonderful. And how about a little about the history of New Belgium and the beers?
Well, New Belgium's one of the first craft breweries in America. There was a lot of breweries. There was Prohibition. They all went away. And then there was a lot of yellow beer. And then there was Sierra Nevada, Fat Tire, Samuel Adams.
And then there was Fat Tire.
And Fat Tire. Now, Fat Tire is a Belgian-inspired beer that's very sessionable, and it has a lot going on, but also for people that are just getting into beer that has flavor, it's got just that balance that is really hard to find, and we're really glad to have that.
So it's a gateway beer. It's a beer for everyone, those Budweiser drinkers,
free.
To get started on.
Right, first one's free.
Wow, fantastic.
Gateway. But New Belgium's also one of the largest sour beer makers in the country. We have a huge sour cellar. We have one of the best-selling IPAs in the country with Ranger, and we think that the variety that you find in a Belgian beer bar where you treat beer like wine is a really great way to treat beer, where you think about food pairings, you think about creative, inspired source material for your concept, and so we take it very seriously, but we also try to have a lot of fun when we do it.
Now, last question. You've been at this for 13 years on tour with the Tour de Fat, as I understand?
It's been around 13 years. I'm coming up on 10.
Okay, of your 10 Tour de Fats, which was your favorite tour?
My favorite one. Okay. Man, there's been 110 of them. It's like, I feel like Bill Murray in Groundhog's Day, and I'm like, can I get out? What do I need to do? What's the
Don't drive
combination?
angry. Don't drive angry.
I love my job. It's kind of, everyone is sort of getting better in a way, because we're figuring out how to do this in a way that tells the story better, and I enjoy it more every time I do it. So this might be my favorite right now.
Fantastic, fantastic. It's a wonderful day. I mean, look at this beautiful afternoon. I mean, I can't imagine a better thing to do on a better afternoon. And I tell you what, I've been licking my lips for the last 10 minutes because I'm thirsty as hell. My New Belgium cup is empty, so let's go get a beer.
Let's go to the Lips of Faith Lounge, where we brought some of our craziest, most esoteric beers, and somebody to tell us about how to enjoy it a little more, which I don't think you probably need to learn. But it's right over there. I'm buying.
Cheers. Thank you so much. High five.
Yeah!